Hey you guys, welcome to this video today. So if you read the title, boom, it's a story time. But within the story time, I'm gonna be doing my makeup. Because you know, I'm trying to get into makeup more. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing my makeup. As of right now, I hope that was a good enough intro for y'all, because that's really like, come on, y'all know me, we locked in. Like, I don't need to do all that. But yeah, today we're gonna be basically, it's a story time about my first falling out with my college group, or with college friends. Like, I don't really know how to word it, like, because you know it's gonna be a lot to lead up to that moment, so it's just not like, but I guess you could say what can we call this? Let me think. Okay, basically, the story time about how I fell out with my first college friend group. Perfect. Hey. So yeah, we're just gonna you know, start off with doing my edges first. We had a rough day today, okay? So the edges looking kind of treacherous right now. And then once we do my edges, we're gonna get into the makeup. Got my hitty ditty mirror right here. I'm thinking about bringing it up just a tad bit, because y'all know I wear glasses, so I really can't see like that. I guess I could start it off from when we first all met. Or I don't know, the first time I got introduced to the friend group, let's say. So it was a college party, like it was right around welcome week, and it was a college party, and me and my homeboys, we went because you know this was our first year in college, so we was like, we at every party. Now when I went to the party or whatever, these two girls, they asked if they could get in front of me, and you know, I said yeah. I found one of the girls, like, I don't know how to word it, but like she was just so tiny and cute to me. Like, she was just so tiny and cute to me, or whatever it was. And yeah, so I'm like, I don't care, like, y'all cool or whatever. You know, they get in line or whatever, we chop it up. So they like, oh no, we gonna bust it in the front of the line. So when they said that, I'm thinking like they mean just for, I'm sorry y'all, it's raining outside, but I'm thinking when they said that, they meant like they gonna go ahead and get, you know, in the front of the line, because I really wasn't, you know, a part of their friend group. Like, they just wanted to get in line with me. So when they go, one of the girls, we can call her we can call her Giggles. So yeah, the one girl, Giggles or whatever, she was like, oh no, you coming too or whatever. And the type of friend I am is like, I reciprocate energy. You give, I give back. You give, I give back. You give, like, that's just the type of person I am. Like, I don't know, I like being nice, and I just feel like, you know, when somebody do something nice or affectionate towards me, like, why not, you know, repay the favor? So I offered to roll her up or whatever. So I don't know if y'all know how college parties work, but the girls is going, I don't know if I should curl right here, but the girls is going to get in much faster than the boys. And I just so happened to go up college with my homeboys, like I said. So I'm already in a party way before they get in a party. Right? So at this point, they're like, it's cool, you with us, or whatever. Because I told them, okay, so I asked them to hold my spot in line with them so I could go over and go pregame with my homeboys real quick or whatever it was. So they already knew that I came there with homeboys. So yeah, they was just like, alright, you know, we just gonna wait. Boom. Fast forward, you know, we became cool. I think I got Giggles' number that night or whatever. I think I had to, yeah, I got her number that night because she wanted me to send her the twerk videos. But like, when I left that night, I really didn't get to say goodbye because my homeboys don't really do the party scene, so they was dried out. They rather go party at the dorm or whatever. So we end up leaving or whatever. I don't really get to say goodbye, but like, boom. After that, I seen him at another party. When I seen him at another party, we just automatically linked up because it was just like I don't know if y'all know, but like girls, we just got that little like, you know, you with me, like bro, they was cool folks to party with. Like I had fun partying with them. So my homeboys, they got girlfriends or whatever back at home. So I didn't really like want to bring them around my homeboys just because I didn't want to disrespect their girlfriends or nothing like that. Not saying their girlfriends are that way, but I just don't want it like being no problems with anything. So they was really just necessarily my friends, and because I couldn't really bring them around my homeboys, we would only see each other when we was outside. So towards like the second semester or so, mind y'all, I really don't know how to do makeup for real. I just be looking at the tutorials that I be seeing. Shut up. Sorry. Sometimes I hate when men text me lying. No, you wouldn't have. But yeah, okay, so I remember one time I seen them in a hallway, but when I seen them in a hallway, they was with this another girl or whatever, but I never seen her at the parties before, but I believe she was pre-gaming with us or whatever. So yeah, I met her or whatever, and I'm just like like what I'm about to say something rude, but I swear to God, y'all, I'm really not being rude. Like, I'm really not being rude, but I was just like in my mind, like, what's she doing hanging out with them or whatever? Because like from her point of view, she was telling me like she don't really like to go to the parties. Like, she'd rather just chill in the dorm, you know, kick it. She don't really be twerking or nothing like that. Like, mind you, these are the girls that go out. These are the girls that turn up. Like, and bro, I'm not knocking it because I could do both. Like, me personally, I could do both. I gotta be in a mood. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to find a makeup look. So yeah, boom. She you know, she was cool. Like, my first impression of her, what we gonna call her? We'll call her little sis. We can call her little sis. I'm not little sister in her though, but like, she was the little sis of the friend group. Now, y'all gotta remember, I'm one person coming into a group of friends that was already friends before they met me. So I have history of situations like that. I've just been through a lot when it comes to friendships. So at this point, like, I'm not really, like, I'm getting cool with these girls, but it's not, like, I understand these are not my real friends. I don't know these girls. You know, these are college friends. Like y'all from all different areas. You don't know how everything gonna go. So I just had to keep reminding myself that just, you know, I feel like it's more to keep myself and my feelings protected, because I take my friendships very, very seriously. So it's just like, yeah, cool. So now I'm a very observant person. Like, when I get quiet, I'm very observant. And upon, you know, just observing the area or the friend group gave follow the leader. Like, it gave one person was in charge, and whatever she said go, and that's just how it was. Now me, I mean, like, at the end of the day, we all grown. If you want to subject yourself to that, then you go do that. But I know who I am. I know my own person, so that didn't really bother me, because like I said, it was all individually cool. So it was okay. We cool, you know. Fast forward, everything cool, you know. It got to the point where I was hanging out with them more than my homeboys or whatever, cause like, I didn't have no girlfriends. So like the whole first semester, they were my girlfriends, but we was only going out together. So majority of the time when I was spending my days in college, it wasn't with them, it was with my homeboys. Once I got to the second semester, honestly, okay, so me and my ex was in college together or whatever. We broke up, and like, I don't know, it was just like, we got the same friends. It was just, I don't know, I was removing myself from the situation, I guess you could say. But yeah, I just started hanging with them more. So one time they text me to come over to the room or whatever, and I'm like, alright, cool, because they live in the same building as my homeboys and them. So 9 times out of 10, I would either go see them and then go and chill with my homeboys, or you know, vice versa, the other way around. But yeah, they texted me to come to the room, and when they texted me, I was in my homeboy's room or whatever. So I came down to their room and whatnot. And okay, so on college campus, you know, men gonna try to come at you everywhere. And not to sound cocky, but like, there's not a place that I go where a man don't come at me. So, you know, that's pretty common. But when I was on college campus, if a man asked me if I had a boyfriend, I would tell him I had a couple. Just straight like that, you know, trying to scare them away. But, you know, men don't be caring about stuff like that. They don't care about stuff like that. So, they didn't really do nothing. So, more to the story. When I'm on her way to her dorm, this boy stops me in the hallway or whatever. And he was coming at me. I gave him my Instagram. I don't give men my number. I'm very cautious about who have my number because I don't like getting woken up on my sleep. So 9 times out of 10, I would always give boys my Instagram. And so yeah, I gave boys my Instagram. And in the middle of us having a conversation, he was like, he think he seen me somewhere. He said Bubbles showed him, Bubbles, Giggles, that's what her name was. Giggles showed him a picture of me or whatever. Okay, cool. So, yeah. Now, I'm thinking when he said that, like, it was just, you know, casual. Like, they probably go to class together or something like that. So, when he was like, oh, yeah, I'll be there soon, or whatever, talking about her room. But I didn't pay him no mind. I'm just thinking he joking because, you know, a lot of men on campus, they like tend to do that. Like that's a normal thing for them. For me, that's not normal. But like, they're used to like meeting a girl the first day and going to her dorm and getting with her, or like things like that. So like, I always got them comments like, oh, I'll be at your dorm tonight or whatever. Something he just planned. But no, he in fact shows up to the dorm or whatever. And when he comes with the other boy that approaches me. Okay, so they all in the front group. So at this point, I'm in a room full of boys, you know, that fancy me and whatever it was. And I will in fact say they was trolling, but like, I don't know how to put it. They was trolling, but they meant what they said or whatever. So basically in the room, it was just a whole lot of, you know, back and forth. It was middle school stuff like, oh, who's the cutest out of all us? If you had to pick one of us, who would you pick? Blah, 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 all that. Now, the one boy, okay, 2 boys was in their bag, y'all. The one boy that I told that I had a lot of boyfriends, he was in his bag because he found out that I gave the other boy my Instagram. But I'm just like, sir, like, let's be for real. You don't even know my last name. What are you talking, like, bro, it barely even been a week. Let's not do this. And then, the boy Instagram that I had got, outside their rooms, he was mad because I wasn't giving a straightforward answer. He just kept saying stuff like, oh, so what you think I'm ugly? You think I'm ugly? Just say that, blah, blah, all that. But I'm not saying nothing. So at a point in time, I goes live because I'm like, bro, I can't believe this. And then for one, I'm trying to figure out, I don't know, like, I just got common courtesy, and I just feel like, girl, if you was gonna bring me around your homeboys, at least keep your homeboys in check. Like, I wasn't uncomfortable, but after a while, it was getting old. Like, nigga, did I come over here to get interrogated by niggas? Like, what's going on? So, I'm kind of going back and forth with the 2 boys. Like, it's 2 boys in her that don't really care, and then it's 2 boys in her that I feel like in her bag. And like I said, we in college, so people is, like, from different backgrounds, so they act different ways. Certain, like, things that would be, I guess, a joke to me or jokes to them. And that's like the biggest thing you gotta understand when you go to college. Like, you're in a place full of people that you don't know, and y'all all from different backgrounds. Everybody don't think how you think. So fast forward or whatever, you know, as a conversation going, niggas is just getting smart with me. Like, niggas is just getting smart with me. Like, he's called, the one boy is saying that I'm a player and he can't believe he was about to, he gonna say something like he thought God sent me just for him or something like that. No, you did not think God sent me just for you. No, you didn't, because the first thing I said to you was, I got a couple boyfriends. No, you didn't. Like, what? Like, what? So, and then the other boy was just like, oh, if you think I'm ugly, just say that. I don't care if you think I'm ugly, blah, blah, blah. Like, he was just getting in his bag. He was getting smart. I'm not used to niggas getting smart to me, so I'm getting smart back. I don't care if that's how you play. That's a little sassy to me. So, yeah. So, like, I low-key gets into it with him. I ain't gonna say, yeah, it's, like, low-key. Like, I don't know if they're playing or not, but, like, you gotta correct disrespectful behavior when it first happened, or people will start being like, oh, well, she didn't say nothing the last time, so she must like feel like it's cool, or she must not care that much, and then that's how it become a continuous habit. I don't know you niggas. I'm not friends with you niggas for you niggas to be talking to me however you want to talk to me. So fast forward another day, I goes over there or whatever, and they over there. Now after all of that happened, I did start talking to one of the boys, but I talked to the boy who wasn't putting up a fight the most. Like, I was like, he was there, he was saying little shit, but he wasn't fighting it. Like, at the end of the day, he was just sitting back chill. And on top of that, I didn't really want to talk to boys for real, because I was still in the process of getting over my ex. And I don't like people time getting wasted, because I hate when my time get wasted, so I wouldn't play nobody's face. So I was in the process of trying to pursue him, I guess you can say. And looking back at it now, I feel like Giggles was like, you know, trying to be a little messy. But at the time, I didn't see it. I was gullible. But they was like, they're about to go smoke with their homegirl or whatever. And as the boy I talked to was leaving, Bubbles was like, oh, I think he freaked her. So I called him to the door and I asked him. So when I called him to the door and I asked him, mind you, after that, the boy that came at me in the hallway, I don't know what we could call him. I'm not even going to give him no nicknames on here. I'm really not trying to beef with nobody. But the boy in the hallway or whatever, ever since that day, you know, it's been like little animosity. Like, when we get around each other, we always get smart. But he didn't really address that it was a problem. So for me, it's just like, is this how this nigga play? Because, bitch, I'm going to play the same way you play. Like, we just be like, what's up? We twins for real. So yeah, when I asked him about it or whatever, he like, no, that's just my homegirl, like, for real, whatever. Mind you, when I go to ask him, Giggles right behind me, getting the info, like, but hold on, but what's tea? Mind you, like I told y'all, these are college friends, so I'm very limited about the information I talk to them about. They didn't really like know much what was going on with my dating life, or for real. Like, but most of the time, the first semester when we go to parties, they wasn't even aware that my boyfriend was my boyfriend, because I wasn't telling them my business. I just got, you know what? I just got, anyways. So yeah, so like that to me was a little bit weird. But then on top of that, like, as more stuff start happening, I start peeping more weird stuff about her. Like, when we get together, the only thing she really like to talk about is niggas. And then, you know, once we start becoming closer or whatever, she started telling me more and more about her niggas. And the more and more she started telling me about her niggas, the more and more I start peeping her niggas being my DM. So it's never no pressure behind no nigga for me. Like, that's just how it is back in the city. Like, down here, we already know a nigga gonna pick and choose. So I feel like it's pointless to even, like, you know, get in your bag about a nigga or beef with a girl about a nigga. So when I'm telling her, I'm just genuinely, like, telling her as a friend, because I'm under the pressure that she's sexually active with them. I don't want you to be, like, if we cool, I don't want you being sexually active with no nigga that's out here choosing. And then it wasn't even like their niggas was giving heart eyes or something. Niggas was trying to stay with me and all that. Like, no, girl. You know, looking out. So, it was like a little bit weird after that. But I'm the type of person, if the issue ain't gonna be addressed, then it ain't got nothing to do with me, for real. So it's just like, I'm an overthinker. The boy that I'm talking to called him over for him to verify that he don't in fact talk to this, that he didn't in fact F this girl or whatever it was. So yeah, he come over and he said his little 1-2 or whatever. And then he said something like, oh, don't be questioning us or whatever. And I told him I will question my... No, at this time, like I said, y'all, I'm thinking his smartness is him just being sassy. Like, I'm thinking that's how he played. So he said something smart like, oh, don't question us. And I said, I'll question whatever I want to question. Then we go back and forth. And you know what I told him? Can't hear you walking away. And I walked away. So mind you, in the middle of us going back and forth, he said that he called me a bitch. I don't really take that, offensive, because I call men bitches when I'm talking to them. Like, if I'm talking to my homeboys, I be like, hey, bitch, why did she say la la la? Like, that's just, I don't know, it's just in my vocabulary, so I don't necessarily look at it as disrespectful. I look at it as like, girl. So, but when he did say that, little sis was like, here he go, calling females out their name. Mind you, him and little sis got a little history. They don't really got a little history, but you know, they always argue. After little sis say, oh, there he go calling females out their name, right? I hear him snapping. I hear him spazzing. But at this point, I'm thinking he talking to her for her saying something about our situation or whatever. So, you know, I'm just looking at her to make sure she cool. But she cool. So then I hear him saying, you could go get any nigga for me. Hold on, because I'm the only one in here with nigga friends. What are you, who, whoa. So then I'm like to them, who he talking to? Mind you, when he snapping, the boy I talked to and Giggles is at the door holding him back. Mind you, I didn't even know all of this was going on because, like I said, I'm done listening to you. Like, I'm walking away. I can't hear you. So he's snapping up a storm, y'all, or whatever it was. And then, you know, once he say, oh, you can go get any nigga for me, I'm like, oh, who is he talking to? They like, you. Who? Not me. So I get up, boy. What are you talking like, hun? So I'm like, I'm confused. When did we start beefing? Blah, 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 all that. So they get him up the room or whatever, mind you. When we in the middle arguing, I'm telling them, let him go. What is he going to do to me? Like, I'm genuinely confused. When did me and him start beefing for y'all to be holding him back like he's doing something or like he's affecting me? If he going to hit me, let him hit me. I will call my dad up here. Like, what? Never been scared to fight no man. That or whatever. Giggles was like, oh, I'm so sorry about that. He's not allowed back over here no more. He do too much. He don't know how to talk to women. You know what I'm saying? All that. And at this point, I'm really irritated because nobody stepped up for me. Now, granted, little sis did step up for me. Little sis did step up for me. So, I ain't really hated with her because, you know, she did say something when he called me out my name or whatever it was. So, like, cool, I ain't really, but like, I just feel like it was another one. We can call her Smalls. I just feel like Giggles and Smalls should at least say something like, at the end of the day, this is your homeboy. This, I don't, like, what? Y'all called me over here to argue with this man? Like, what's tea? So, boom. I ends up, you know, leaving there. I go tell my homeboys about what happened or whatever. Fast forward, I leave for the weekend. So when I leave for the weekend or whatever, I get a text from my little sis. And she like, they went through the nigga I was talking to phone. They like, oh yeah, we over here smoking. He left his phone unlocked. So we went through it and I seen he was texting girls. You know, granted, I had told this boy or whatever that, you know, it ain't gotta be a relationship. We could both do what we want to do. Like I told him, I'm not ready for all that. I don't want you to commit to me, and I'm not ready to commit to you. I still got stuff I gotta work on. So, you know, the only thing that was an issue for me was, all I asked was for him to let me know if he are talking to other people. I'm not gonna care, but I just need that heads up in the event a girl thinks she coming to me as a woman. Like, huh? So, when she called me, I'm a little confused, because how could y'all be with, y'all see what I'm talking about? That, like, but how could y'all be with homeboy if y'all said y'all was done hanging out with him? And granted, I low-key stopped talking to the boy that I was talking to, because you let your friend talk to me like that. Like, what, are y'all scared of him or something? Like, why do you put your friend in your place and you claiming we talk to each other? That don't make no sense at all, sir. None at all. So yeah, they say he went through his phone or whatever. I am a little confused as to why y'all would go through his phone and y'all don't mess with him. That was one. Two, why are y'all with them? Like, at this point, I didn't care. I felt like that was weird. But like I said, y'all, I already told myself, these girls are different than what you are used to back home. Don't expect the same loyalty that you expect from one of your friends back home, because you're just meeting these people. And on top of that, they've been friends longer than I've been cool with them. So, I can't really get myself all worked up about that. Okay, cool. Ooh, y'all. I was supposed to apply a little blush. So, when I get back from break or whatever, I'm not 100% sure if I went over there, but I most likely did. But, it started getting more, vibes was just weird. Like I said to y'all, I can't really fake it. I'm a real honest person, so, like, energy was just weird. I let it play out though. We went home for what was that? Oh, it wasn't really that much communication with them or whatever. I rarely had them. I had our main pages on social media, but not so much their Finstas. So, it just really wasn't no communication. Towards the end, though, me and Lil Sis did start to get cool, but that's because I start seeing weird shit from the friend group. Like, for example, me and Lil Sis act just alike, y'all. We act just alike. Like, I always told her, like, you remind myself of a younger me. Like, Giggles and Lil Sis had a little situation or whatever it was. When I got back to school, I was under the impression that they were cool. Like, they was talking on the phone and everything. But me and Lil Sis, we did start hanging out with each other. Like, we did start hanging out, you know, more one-on-one. And I'm gonna tell y'all. So, me and Lil Sis, well, that situation had already happened or whatever. And mind y'all, this is all second semester. But, you know, I had ended up getting sick with the flu, right? Now, granted, nobody, like, I don't need nobody to take care of me. Nobody should have to take care of me. But I feel like, you know, as if we was friends like we said, why is Lil Sis taking care of me when I originally was not Lil Sis' friend? I was y'all friend. I only met Lil Sis because I started chilling with y'all. Like, I was y'all friend. But Lil Sis was really the only one there for me, for real. Like, she helped me get to the hospital. She was making sure I ate. She was checking on me and stuff. And I, you know, wasn't hearing nothing from the other people. And that, like, really low-key hurt my feelings because, like, before, you know, like, it was just weird. Like, it was just like, why is Lil Sis the only one, like, making sure I'm cool? Like, and it wasn't even the fact that, you know, she helped me get to the hospital and everything. It was just genuinely really the fact, why is this girl that I barely know helping me get to the hospital? And, you know, shit, I'm friends with y'all. So, upon me going to the hospital, like I told y'all, I don't sugarcoat nothing. I basically told Lil Sis, I'm like, listen, I don't feel like that's your real friend. Like, I don't know what her issue is, but, you know, I told her, you don't talk to your best friends like that. You don't treat your best friends that way. Like, you wouldn't do that. Like, And my biggest pet peeve is like people be like, oh, why were you talking about me, blah, blah, blah. It's a difference between talking about you and discussing somebody. I just ain't really want to talk about it because she ain't want to make it seem like she was talking about her bestie. But I knew that wasn't the case. Whatever it was. But, you know, her talking about the men being really, really disrespectful or whatever. You know, we had kind of like clicked on it. Because it's like, okay, like we both agree. Like I told her, it's weird like how she low-key kind of, you know, protects them. Like that's a little weird to me. I never like, you know, seen that before or whatever. And I basically like told her like I feel like your best friend is boy crazy. Like she you know, boy opinions and what they think of her matter a lot to her. And like stuff like that, I really don't care about stuff like that. So I feel like it was making our friendship more bad. But granted, you know, her best friend was still, you know, that's my best friend at the end of the day. Like, that's just how she is. Like, it ain't much, you know, cool. Her biggest thing was, like, you can't, like, help somebody that don't want to be helped. Like, at the end of the day, she grown. She gonna do whatever she want to do. She want to act however she want to act. It's like, I could either stop being best friends with her or I could accept it. After all of that or whatever, Giggles asked me to do her hair. Mind you, I did Giggles' hair a couple of times, but she asked me to do her hair and whatnot. I didn't contour my nose. I have to contour my nose. Give me one moment. Okay, yeah, Giggles asked me to do her hair, and she wanted it in this what is it called? It's this freaking tribal braid style. The only problem is at that time I was not doing tribal braids, so I let her know beforehand like, yeah, I can do it, but I don't, you know, want you to get your hopes up to make you think like it's going to be like exactly like the picture. She trusts me to do blah blah blah, all that. Mind you, we had only decided on 100 because that was her budget for the moment. And I understand that, like, at the end of the day, we in college, we ain't working. You know, we depended on, well, I was working, but she wasn't working. You know, you depending on your mom and grandma to pay for your stuff, so you at least got to be reasonable with your hairstyle. So I let her charge. I mean, I told her I could do the 100, and she would just have to braid down her hair or whatever. Now, we wanted to go in the bathroom before we started her hair. Mind you, she was already a little late to her appointment. Well, honestly, she wasn't. We started early. I pre-parted her hair. Then I had to go to another one of my classes. Then I came back. Or whatever. Little sis said she wanted to sit in a room with me while I was doing her hair or whatever. And I asked little sis to be there. Because, you know, we all cool peeps. So, I also invited, what is it called? I also invited Smalls or whatever, but she was at work or whatever. She was busy. She couldn't make it. That's all I know. Sis couldn't make it for real. So, you know, everything cool or whatever. I wait till Giggles come back to go in the bathroom because I'm like it'll be smart if if she come over for me to do her hair and then we go in the bathroom, you know, without her, and then, you know, she just come here like, I don't know, because I would have felt weird because but when Smalls came, Smalls was already in the bathroom. She was in the bathroom before she came, but granted, you know, we still took her to the bathroom because it wasn't even my stuff, it was little sis stuff. So when we go in the bathroom or whatever, while we in the bathroom, she drops the soap or whatever. And I don't know if y'all know what that means, but like dropping the soap, that means like basically your man is cheating on you right now. So she's in the middle of doing her hair or whatever. Mind you, I wasn't rushing because, like I said, this is the first time I did the style. So if I rush, the results not gonna be what they supposed to be. And on top of that, you're paying for a service, so I should at least, you know, be respectful about the service to not rush. But as I'm doing her hair, I sense, you know, her attitude. And what's the attitude for? Like, I'm confused. Like, I'm genuinely confused. But I sense her attitude. So I just keep doing her hair. And something tells me, something is like Bro, look at her phone. Like, just look at her phone.